Alright, I'm going to go ahead and try to show you how to customize a bait. Now this is the Huddleston 8-inch, it's a rate of fall 12. This is the golden shiner color. And you'll notice this golden shiner, it's got a white belly and the golden sides and kind of a green pumpkin back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some spots and some color to make this into a brown trout. I've made some brown trout baits in the past. I've been seeing a lot of brown trout. Sometimes they stock a lot of brown trout, so I've been throwing the rainbow trout a lot, and I'm kind of struggling right now. I've gone 4 days in a row without even a bite. I've been fishing some different water, but still, I've been off them. I'm feeling like I need to do something different. So again, I'm gonna try to rig up a brown trout. All right, to do the brown trout, I just got some dipping dye. This is not ideal. I'm just kind of improvising here on the lake. I've got some Huddlebond. This is Ken's glue. This is really good stuff. It's really soft when it dries. Ideally, there's such thing as soft plastic paint. You can get it again from like a Jan's Netcraft. I don't have any in the boat. I'm not prepared, but this glue is colored. This is black glue I'm going to use for the dots. This dipping dye that's red I'm going to use for the under the gills, and just to add some additional coloring. Again, not ideal, but I think it'll be fine, especially the black. I'm just going to add some black dots, and with the glue I can just pour out a little puddle of it, and use the actual tip as a round mechanism to apply dots to the bait. All right, I like to use the lid of a box as a workbench. I'm using the packaging from a Huddleston, and this is the Huddlebond, and I'm just kind of mixing it up while it's in the tube, and I'm just going to dump out a little, oops, didn't need to do a whole lot of work, and just put a little glob on the plastic here. And notice it's black. That stuff it's black glue, which is just awesome. So you can camouflage your baits as you're repairing them. But I'm just dipping the cap into the glue. I'm just going to put some dots on it. But just to give you an idea, this might be a little bit big as far as dots are concerned. I'm going to find something to put smaller dots on, but you got to have a mix of dots. I'm not worried about it ruining the bait per se, but that's just an idea just to get started about making a brown trout bait. All right, I found an Allen wrench set, and it's got some different, of course, sizes. I'm just going to use this thing to apply my dots. It'll actually be hexes, if you will. But anyway, let's keep working. All right, there's two different sizes of dots. Probably some of those dots are a little bigger than I probably should have done. On the other side, I haven't got there yet. You want to let that first side dry pretty good. But I'm going to go ahead and put some red under the chin. You'll notice, brown trout have interesting color. Sometimes they got a lot of yellow in them. Sometimes they got a lot of, red and pink. They look like salmon. It just depends, but I'm fishing against myself. I'm fishing a lot of, familiar water. Gotta do something different. I had this on my mind to do, and I'm finally getting around to doing it. So I'm kind of pleased to be showing you guys this little trick. All right, brown trout in the making. Got our dots applied. Found an Allen wrench tool in my boat that had different size hex heads, so I can make different size dots. I'm gonna add a little red, give it a little more color. We'll be good to go. All right, now finally, I don't have a Q-tip. Q-tip would be ideal. I got a toothpick instead. Again, improvising. I'm gonna add a little red. Again, red to the throat. If you'll notice a brown trout, they actually have red dots and sometimes red that circles the actual black dots. There's also white around the black dots. This kind of dipping dye isn't like paint. It tends to bleed and run, and so I'm just gonna add some red and kind of make a best attempt, but ideally you want soft plastic paint to do all this. I use Huddleston for the black. I'm using this dipping dye for the red. Anyway, I'm just gonna dip the tip of the toothpick and just kind of use it to apply some red. That's a pretty good start right there. See that? Kind of give the gills a little red. But I'm gonna add some more, and I'll be right back. All right, there's the finished product. Again, I used black Huddleston for the black, and I'm using just red dipping dye. I'm totally winging it. I'm out here just fishing, and you know, I'm like, dang it, I'm not getting bites. I've been, you know, just kind of looking to change something up, and I figured creating a brown trout, I've done this before and done well with it. So, you know, you got the bellies are typically kind of white. You could put a lot of red under here, but that dipping dye is going to run and bleed, and this bait over time is going to turn more pink with all that red. But you'll notice I put the red kind of, you know, I just kind of filled in the black with the red again. Like I put it right on top of it, right over the edges. And that's going to bleed out nicely and, you know, help with your realism. But that's a brown trout. Southern trout eaters don't discriminate. We're equal opportunity fishermen around here. Brown trout, rainbow trout, juvenile trout, holdover trout, Wakasaki trout for our Japanese brothers. All right, let's go fish.